Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast. This is episode number 554, and kind of continuation of yesterday's episode and the blog post, because yesterday I recorded the episode in a live version, so I went live on YouTube and used that opportunity to leverage this recording as an update. But I was on the way to the national park. Some of you might know, you regular viewers, watchers, listeners or readers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's Glenveigh National Park in a beautiful valley surrounding there are a couple of names to that lake. It's Glenveigh Lake for most kind of international, I would say, purposes. The more historical or original name is Loch Vea or Loch Bea, but I think it's read Vea anyway, even though it's written B-E-A-H or something like that. So as you can see, that lake and the name probably of the valley and the area likely changed over time from an old kind of Irish language to nowadays usage. Sorry, I have a couple of things with me. Obviously I won't leave that trash anywhere, so I need to carry it with me. So yeah, this valley is so beautiful. It has something mystical about it because of those trees and the moss and the rocks and the waterfalls that are bringing the water from the mountains down to the lake. And all these trees are just in a kind of ancient state. You can see lovely places where you can sit down and relax when the weather is good, like today for example. I think it's an amazing spot for anyone not only needing a bit of quiet space, but let's say reading or writing, maybe even if you're writing a book or poetry. This is probably a place that not only gives you that calmness and natural vibe, but also inspires. I'm sure that inspired a lot of writers and poets from Ireland, as well as probably other countries. So it's an amazing place. And down there, I don't think it's... Oh, you can see slightly, there's a patch of sand just at the shore below these bushes or kind of, shrubs. So there are places here that the sand gets deposited and creates like the strands of sand, which is very nice. It's just amazing place. And I'm exploring it today alone because Julian and Elizabeth stayed at home. Julian had a match, and obviously, while I say that this is episode number 554 and I said that I posted yesterday, remember that this is part 2, so I'm actually recording it on the same day. So yeah, I have still probably about an hour and a half of daylight, so let me keep going and explore more. I'm kind of freak in terms of plant identification and looking for first solid mushrooms of this year, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll find something interesting that I'm not expecting. So I'll be back shortly. So as you can see, there is a fencing there. I think it protects the area from the deer, because either they want to keep them in or out. I think it's about keeping them out and protect that nearby lake area. So this is fully functional. I just opened it and went up the waterfall or the stream, and obviously I don't have the proper shoes and still carry those things. I don't want to leave them anywhere until I find some trash bin. But I am in a quite interesting spot, so I wanted to just show you. It's a little bit boggy, but I mentioned those areas that happen to be with the deposited sand, and I wanted to show you one of them. So you can see this. These waterfalls are beautiful. There was one place that I wanted to take a short dip in a cold water, but I don't have anything with me, either to dress up or to change, or I don't have any towel, anything like that, so I don't want to do it now. As you can see, there's plenty of space to sit down, relax, and kind of forget about stuff in daily life. And so let me get here. As you can see, this is the sound that I'm talking about. So you have like a small places where you can sit down. Probably if you're risky and you want to give it a chance, you could put a pop-up tent for a moment, but mind that the national park is banning there is no camping allowed in the park, so I would avoid it if you can. But it's a beautiful place to be, especially that today the weather is amazing, and there's no wind. You can sit down and relax. If there was only more time, I would probably sit here and spend a lot of time here. But yeah, it's just amazing. I think swimming is also not allowed in this lake, but as we know, I'm pretty sure that there are people that swam here already, not once and not twice. My challenge is to, once the day is longer, to get all those peaks covered on the other side as well as on this side. There are a couple of them, and I will be reporting on them when I plan on the hikes. All right, let me keep going. I'm not returning to the castle yet, or to the car park, so I'll probably record another segment at least. So as you can see, it's already well after the sunset. It's actually still slightly dusky, but I'm barely visible, so there's no point in me recording that for too long. I just wanted to make sure that there is a closing segment for this episode, and it was a very pleasant walk. No pressure, no time pressure. Well, maybe a little bit, but not much. There is a slight drizzle from time to time, but nothing unusual, nothing that would make me wet or soaking. It's just a bit moist, but the weather is still very good, and I have about a mile, just over a mile left to get to the car, and then about an hour drive to Donegal town. So I should be soon in the car park and drive back home. I see bats actually flying over me from time to time. It's amazing to be here after dark, because some animals only become I would say more courageous whenever the darkness falls. So you can only hear those waterfalls and some birds. There are still people out there, I think. Oh, I saw another bat. There are still people, I think. There were three young people, like two guys and the girl that went. Were going to actually the opposite way when I was coming back. So I don't think they passed me yet, because I stopped for a while to just check a couple of things on the phone and finish the post. But I don't think anyone was passing me, to be honest. And there was another, I think, older lady that also was going towards the castle when I was just leaving the castle grounds. So there are definitely people doing evening walks around. Jesus, it's pitch black. So yeah, let me finish that up. So thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this, well, first two segments, because this one is pretty much nothing visible. And I hope to see you soon. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.